Bloggo's POW.
Right, it's time to have a long overdue look at 4 more unconverted arcade games. Right, so first game is Psy Battler from gekisou. Okay, so we are playing on player 1, so we are red robot, not blue robot. Choose a side, red or blue. Gosh, just like the early days of machinima. Anyway, right, so we have an upward scrolling mech-based shoot 'em up, and off we fly, and mission 1, interception. Right, so you have a charge meter down the bottom which goes up if you don't fire, and if you fire you can lock into a position like so, which is handy. Not many push scrolling, or at least force scrolling upward scrolling shoot 'em ups allow that sort of freedom of movement. It's normally the preserver of your likes of your push scrolling commandos or mercs or the like, so that's interesting. And when your charge runs out, the gun's like just turns into a pea shooter. And if you let it charge, it gets more powerful, which is nice. You've also got a beam sword attack there as well, which is sort of useful, I suppose, in a pinch like that. Oh, jeez. Battleship from the side. And we've got a game that's, to be honest, very graphically reminiscent of gekisou's Strato Fighter. I'd imagine it's probably done by the same team within gekisou around about the same sort of time. But I don't know a great deal about this. It's not something I encountered back in the day, but the graphic style is very similar to Strato Fighter or Liger, depending on which way you look at it. And I think, oh, those are your friendly mechs coming from behind. They're probably all going to die horribly. If we shoot that, oh, nice. Was that an explosion or like a space pimple or something? I don't know. Oh, asteroids. Asteroids are the most boring enemy in any shoot 'em up. I think we've got a boss coming. Yeah, there we go. There's a boss. Skimmers, apparently, is his name, and shooting is his game. So we shall give him all the shootings back, and he's got friends, little blue robot friends, who can meet my beam sword. You've only got one life. You've got this energy metery thing at the top. But no smart bombs. They've got nothing like that. Only he's chucking at inflatable things at me there. Yeah, they're like inflatables. Wait, I'm going to be drowning? Do I need life preservers? Inflatable lifeboats? Maybe I'm destroying it so fast they're all abandoning ship. Don't think that's the case. I'm not doing that well. Oh, he's like close-up beam sword thing as well. I think I'm probably going to die any second, and we'll have to move on to another credit. So I want to see some more of this. Yes, we do want to continue. Thank you very much. Where do we continue from? Oh, really? Is this the beginning of the stage? No, it's not. It's space pimple time. Okay, fair enough. But it would be nice to continue from the boss encounter, wouldn't it? It's one of those games I think if you were playing two players, if I put a second credit in at the boss stage and just put some random guy on the screen is not going to be, that might allow me to continue from where I've left off. Okay, right, let's queue up another credit. And we'll see how that goes. Actually, I'm doing better this time. Picked up quite a large hefty charge at the beginning of the boss fight. So, oh, okay, that was a lot easier that time. Fantastic. Oh, robots are pissed off. They're revolting, and off they all fly. Bye. Mission complete. That's all stage 2 brings. Right, we've got the mission complete screen as well. That's very nice. Oh, we get to... Oh, no, we don't get to select anything. We get to select... Well, nothing. It just tells you what your next weapon is. But oh, that's cool. Spinning over the surface of a moon, making dust trails. Oh, crap, and I got bumped from behind by this giant lunar sandcrawler thing. Yeah, this is very reminiscent of Strato Fighter. The way the hitboxes work on those gun turrets on the side of the sandcrawler thing, very similar. Oh, option. I have an option. That's always handy to have an option. Blow that up. Yeah, we can. We can blow loads of things up. It's one of those games that would be really handy if you did have a smartphone for certain situations. But it appears that you don't. Let's have some charge. Oh, the charge at the bottom is different on this gun. So rather than having a digital sort of readout of how much energy you've got left, you've just got a bar which charges really quickly. And this is called a Griffon. Oh, and it's chucking a space scorpion at me. Ah, there we go. Shoot this. Oh, ow, ow, ow! Let go! Fucking hell. Right, okay, let's try this thing with the 2-player. Right, second player's in. I think probably going to take some damage. But the thing is, I can just do a suicide mission and die, and then surely continue, yep, without having to go back to the beginning of the stage or whatever the checkpoint was. Also, I was going to say Space Scorpion would be distracted by the NPC that I've cruelly forced into the game just to die. That didn't quite work as planned. Right, come on Space Scorpion, let's have you. You can only attack it head on. Which means that happens. That's really annoying. Ah, and we're dead. Well, there we go, Psy Battler. That's not bad. I like the graphical style, but it's just a bit generic, even for me as a shoot 'em up fan. Right, so next up we have Gekisou. I don't know this as Gekisou. Quick story. I have vague recollections of playing on Margate Arcade Sundeck. Now that's not there anymore. That mysteriously burnt down in a fire, like a lot of things do in my area. Of a upward scrolling racing game which I could only describe as Spy Hunter but controlled with a joystick. And I for years thought it was called Violent Run. And it's never been on MAME. There was like one blurry picture on Clov of it. That's to kill a list of video games. And never appeared on MAME. So it's almost like I imagined it, but someone else imagined it. I found out the other day it had another name. And that's this. Gekisou. Gekisou. Look, it says Violent Run on the screen there. So this is the game. The hidden game. The missing game. And let's have a go. I remember this being a lot of fun. I wonder if I remember correctly. Let's find out together. So push up to go a little bit faster. You've got a jump button and you've got a weapon button as well. So the weapon button initially just does that sort of Oh, it's doing a shield thing now. Oh, crap. It's like pushes you forward so you can shunt things. Sometimes, but not that time. But you can jump, lots of jumping going on. And, you know, I played, this was 10p a go in an age where games usually were 20p a go. And I played this loads. Well, at least my memory says that, but to be honest, I probably played it for one afternoon. But I played it loads that afternoon. And you can see it's no real great shakes in terms of things, and there's a helicopter buzzing me, get away. Only because it shares a lot with Spy Hunter and Action Fighter and stuff like that, and now I've got my own helicopter. No, don't get excited, you don't go in a helicopter, you just continue driving. But the helicopter might take you to the next stage, and press the jump button to get a word. Third. There we go, it's a good word. Right, and we're off again. I've no idea what really goes on with these different coloured cars with letters and stuff. Maybe it spells up the word I'm supposed to be spelling at the moment, which might be Sprot. Who knows? Now, if I remember correctly, there was ramps and things. Oh, there's a bridge. I've got my shield up again. But I seem to remember there was weapons and things as well. I don't remember there being a Spy Hunter style lorry to dock with. I think that's to destroy stuff to pick up the weapons, which I'm doing a really, really bad job of. Oh, boss thing! Right, dodge the boss thing. Yeah, I managed to dodge the boss thing, unless it's coming back again. And we're going into the garage again. Ah, now it's spelling secrets, isn't it? And here we go for a nice coastal drive. Oh, no, so I have got I had a weapon there for a second, but I lost it. Oh, and like Spy Hunters, helicopters, they tend to drop bombs on you. They seem to be quite easy to avoid. They seem to quite... Oh, crap. I was going to say, far enough ahead. Oh, secret zone. Oh, wow. This reminds me of a Sega upwards kind of shooter, one of those hidden... Oh, there was a weapons truck. Damn it. Yeah, it reminds me of this Sega shooter, which I can't remember the name of it. I have covered before now. Your lives trail behind you. But, yeah, it reminds me of that. So, yeah, secret stage. And an exit. Oh, God. Bowling balls. What is going on with that? If I just stay here, I'll sort of just peter out. And... Oh, okay. That was nice and easy. And we'll use our shield to bash our way out of these guys here. Oh, what's that? And we've died again. So yeah, I'm going to call it Violent Run because that's what I used to know it as, and that's what you should know it as because that's the law. That's still fun, not quite the holy grail I thought it was from back in the day. Right, so next up we have Kuma Densetsu, also by Jaleco. Coincidentally, if I paid more attention I could have made a Jaleco episode, but I didn't, so live with it. So we have a very budget Ghosts and Goblins, sideways scrolling, Rastan Saga thing. Complete with little goblin things. And not a particularly high jump. Oh, they've got a high jump. That's not fair. There's a shop there. And there's a treasure chest there. I have no idea how you open it. I'll probably need... Oh, shit. Goblins. Shit goblins. Return of the shit goblins. I'm not going to go to the shop yet. Because I want some more money. And I think this game does suffer from the respawning minis syndrome. Yep, definitely suffers some respawning meanie syndrome. And look, I said it was discount ghosts and goblins. Look at that castle. Guys throwing their heads at me. That's fantastic. Right, let's go in the pound shop. And what do we want? Stuff. When do we want it now? Let's have an axe. Oh, we can't afford a potion as well. Let's just have an axe, because the axe lets you throw stuff. Go. Oh, crap! The headmen got me. Now, what's cool? If I continue, well, I have continued. Oh, I've accidentally gone in the shop again. Oh dear. I keep my axe, which is nice and handy. Right, what's down here? Oh, yeah. Brown aroma. Or green aroma. See? And it's a respawning one because you scroll back a little bit and it's scrolled up again. Let's continue. Where we continue from, I don't know, but we've kept our axe, so that's good. Right, brown aroma's gonna get it now. And that's annoying because it pushed me back that time. It would have been annoying if it spawned for the third time. And we're at the end of the stage. So what's next? It's a girl! And she's... oh, she's flailing. What's that? Is that supposed to be a whip? It's like a bizarre magic feather duster. It's like waving around like bloody Ken Dodd does.
Did you hear? Ken Dodd's dad's dog died.
Did he?
No, Doddy.
And we've got Princess that turns into a goblin because... and then one after because obviously he's into goblins. Princess is not so much really into goblins. And we've got an upward scrolling, diagonally scrolling bit. Yes, it's very, very budget ghouls and ghosts, isn't it? Harpies and coins and plants and death. Okay, one more continued. This is... oh, where the hell have I continued from? And we've got some kind of magic man up there. Or several magic men. They've already freaking killed me. Stupid magic men. Where am I at? You keep on spawning in the most bizarre places. Finish stage, maybe? No? We'll pop in the shop. Let's buy some boots. Sweet. The heel's a bit low on them. That's annoying. I mean, seriously. Who wears flats? Oh. I'm also rubbish at any sort of platforming ever. Is that all? Oh. No, you can't get to that door up there. That's annoying. Oh, you can sort of bounce on these, on the heads of those things. Oh, we're going underground. Excellent. It's just only death down there. Right, and we've spawned right in a bunch of plants. Let's see if we can do this underground bit. No, we can't. Well, there we go. Kuma Densetsu, Budgigles and Ghosts. Right, lastly we have Demon's World, which is by Toplan of all people. Right, enter your name. I'll do the same again. Can't be able to go all the way over there for the O, which isn't actually that far away. Now this is a weird one, this is. I find this very strange. Push scrolling again. You have man on with a backpack and sunglasses and a gun. And you're scrolling through what is at the moment, and I'll come back to that in a moment, is traditional Asian type ghosts. Like there's weird sort of zombie baby things in those sort of pedal tricycles from The Shining, I think, what Danny rides. or Jigsaw does in that. Now, you've got a very limited jump, which makes it really, really hard to go and collect any power-ups that are floating across the top of the screen. I haven't quite worked that out. Oh look, there's one now. So I've got three-way now, which is nice. And there's no oh shit, I was trying to jump on that cloud. There's no the ammo doesn't run out on it. I've just picked up the same bloody power-up as the default one. I hate it when games have a power-up which isn't a power-up, it's a power-down. That's really irritating. And there's sexy Asian ghosts. But it's almost like I should be able to get up to the next level here, but the jump isn't high enough. And it's not like Rolling Thunder where you push up and jump to oh shit, to do that. And now I've spawned on top of that. I really don't understand it. It's really, really strange. Now, I did mention that at the moment we were fighting against Japanese ghosts because there's two versions of this game. I'm just going to show you the other one. So, this is the Western version of the game. As you can see, it's set in England because of that telephone box. And it's exactly the same game, but the same problems. Like, I can't jump up to the next level of platforms. You can't even... It's not down and jump, it's not up and jump, it's not hold down jump. I really just don't understand it. It's almost like there's a bit missing. And there's a bell up there. I noticed that in the Japanese version as well. I have no idea what it does. But the Western version's a tad easier. At least at the moment, the demons, or these very, very friendly pink Caspers, aren't quite as nasty. But yeah, you can see there's that thing up there. And you can jump on these barrels, but you don't have enough leverage to get up to the actual... See? You just can't get up there. And here comes Frankenstein. He's dead. Very, very strange. It's almost like I'm missing something. Pressing both buttons together doesn't do anything. Pressing a third button gives you a rapid fire like that, which gives you a rapid fire. There's no other controls. And there's some spooky things going on there. Ooh, lasers. Another telephone box. Welcome. Jason Voorhees. Yeah, so the Western version is just playing to all the horror tropes and shit, Jason just murdered me. And it's another game where you keep your weapon when you die, which is also really quite nice. I've got a shield now, so my jumpsuit's changed colour. And I can take a single hit. Which is nice, isn't it? Very generous. Now, everybody going to come out this door? No, that door. I wonder how many Jasons have... There's like a Jason convention in there. It's also known as Horror Story. Shit. I think it's the Japanese name for it. And we're dead. We're dead. No, we've got another life. Okay, brilliant. Oh, flying demon-y things. Oh no. Jumping's a little bit odd as well, even when you're firing. I've still got another life somehow. That three-way would be really handy for this bit with these flying demon arseholes. Yeah. Yep, we're done with that. There's Demon World in both its different forms. Interesting, but simply because it's by Toplan. It doesn't feel like a Toplan game at all. So there were 4 more Unconverted Arcade games. I'm probably sort of running out of more games to cover. So if you've got any suggestions, please comment below.
Yeah, subscribe or naff off.